Welcome to Immersive Reactions.
Welcome back to Immersive Reactions Extras, which is a part of the channel now, full part of the channel. We did a vote to get the extra content from our second channel that no one knew about and that we were spending all this time doing and no one saw it, to get put on our main channel. Today we're reacting to Keanu Reeves' breathtaking stunts of John Wick behind the scenes, which is an 11-minute snippet of a 59-minute behind the scenes cut. So this is just going over how he did his own stunts, and something I just found out is Keanu Reeves is actually in The Matrix, which is another movie neither of us have seen, that we'll probably have to see in the future. Okay, we had to skip ahead a little bit just because I think the video got copyright on it and had to take the audio out. So we're gonna skip ahead 1 minute. Sorry.
I think stuntmen in general are maybe have a bit of ADD. They don't like to sit still for very long. They have a hard time focusing on one thing. It's kind of how most of us are. I definitely make movies for audiences. You know, we're trying to entertain people. At least that's what I want to do, is give people something to go see for 2.5 hours and, you know, lose themselves in it and enjoy it and entertain them.
Darren Prescott, who is our contemporary in action world, we brought him on to do the car stuff. And we brought him on specifically to train Keanu to do his own stuff.
Basic stuff like 180s, 90s, 45s, 180
Basic to you,
burnouts,
not to me.
drifting.
We brought
That's
Keanu
cool,
out,
though.
trained him how to drive. He's a phenomenal driver and stunt driver.
Well, like
and that
advanced
allowed us
driving.
to be able to put him in a lot more of the shots. He never, in all our stunt driver training and
Like
stuff,
stunt
he never
driving.
blew through his mark.
Or like
He never gave me any concern or any reason to think he couldn't do this stuff.
like security
Wow.
People just
detail
never
type
get it, and he
driving.
does, and I think he really loves it. I think he really enjoys the driving.
Yeah. Wow. Whew.
In one shot, Keanu is going to drive up and basically slide his car into Avi. So we wanted a shot where Keanu would slide a 90 right up into camera.
Whoa.
And he, from 100 yards away, comes speeding up at the Navy Yard. If anything went wrong, his passenger side is a 50-foot drop. If Keanu goes to the right, he's dropping 50 feet, he's done to concrete. You're not going to walk away from that.
Profile, we say 3, 2, 1, and
Man, he's wild. Pretty nuts.
Oh, that was
He
smooth.
did his 90 so good that because he was perfect on his mark, we were able to push right inside the car, right up to Keanu into an extreme close-up.
It's amazing how good he
There's
was.
a bit of apprehension when
Good
we
he
were filming out
is.
there, but it came out great. There's only a few other actors that I've worked with that I can put in this class, and Keanu's the top of the class.
you rarely see an actor that does that much. We wanted to make sure that we photographed it so you knew he was doing it.
Wow.
We tried to think outside the box and
Yeah.
go a little different, and instead of doing a big
They're
car
playing with
chase,
like
we
little
ended up
numbers to do
using
all
Wick's
the
cars as
Yeah.
weapons.
stunt
Designed
like
something that's a little
choreography.
bit more car gun fu than your normal speed
That's awesome.
bash 'em up thing.
Ooh.
And so, like, John's using his car and vehicle to take out guys, hit them, shoot them through the roof, drift 90 around them. It's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nuts. It's crazy he does all these.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I had the chance to work with tactical pistol, long gun.
We wanted to take this sort of practical grappling martial arts and mix the guns with it. Close quarters, guns, and judo. We get to see it for the first time.
Wow,
This idea
that's
of gun
wow.
fu, as choreographers, that seemed interesting to us.
It's basically kung fu with guns. We try to make it real flowy
That's really
and
neat.
interesting. However, there's a fine line between gun fu and gun porn, where we've gone over the edge and we have excessive gun killing. We're constantly walking that fine line, looking for something
Yeah,
that's
they do
interesting
walk
and
it.
different, and trying to bring something cool to the screen. With this, with John Wick, with Chad and Dave's background, it was just a really open forum. It's really collaborative. It really allowed us to bring together all of our stunt experience and try to do things that we have never seen or done before.
It first started with Chad, who wanted Keanu to, be different than all his other films.
Chad and Dave were interested in introducing jiu-jitsu and judo to the character.
We chose a core of a judo, jiu-jitsu kind of background. We wanted to just show off Keanu and show that, look, this is Keanu Reeves. He's going to do his own stuff. He's a skill he knows. This is how we kind of see it.
We tried to really keep it pure so that the true jiu-jitsu fans and judo fans will see moves in there and we will have done them justice.
So
Jiu-jitsu
effortlessly.
traditionally is hard to capture on film because it's a lot of close ground fighting.
It's like so graceful the way he
doesn't
does
look like
it.
a lot
Incorporates.
to an untrained eye.
The visual flair, we like the guy's
Well,
body flying in the air, guys spiking on
He's
the ground.
not trying to, like,
So we're trying to
kill
get that
anybody.
feel of it.
I
He's
know,
just
but
doing-
Grabs you,
that's what I'm
he'll
saying.
try to dump you on your head, finish it quick.
Without he does it without stress.
Kind of action
Like
that we
he's
only do.
confident.
And when you
Yeah,
first watch
it's
it,
like
oh my
martial
God, why
arts.
didn't we do that?
It's to
But
be
we kind of like
confident.
it. It's refreshing to see what a human being can do.
Keanu and Michael Nyquist did a fight, basically the finale fight, on a bridge at night in the rain in freezing cold temperatures. I mean, it was amazing.
We shot it in the rain in the winter on this great location. It was a good kind of hard. And so, yeah, it was physically taxing, but the sequence itself was so cool, and such a, leading up to this battle. Vigo says, no more bullets, John. Just you and me. Just you and me.
I play Vigo. He comes from Kiev. And in Russia, they have the Sambo kind of, it's a jiu-jitsu Russian way of wrestling. When I came to New York before we started shooting, I met the stunt group. You use stunt work in a way of building up a character. What kind of techniques we have or whatever, and how we do it as a dialogue, and I'm very impressed with these guys.
We're trying to make him kind of like the crafty kind of veteran style, like crafty kind of sneaky old man that used to run with those things when he was younger, but now that he's older, he has to be a little bit sneaky and kind of like using dirty tricks all the time.
Yeah, just aged out of being able to do that.
When you choreograph for movies and TV, I mean, you always have to choreograph for camera.
Still held
we have
down.
to take what's real, and then we kind of
Like in his character.
alter it a little bit for cinematic purposes. Because some things that are necessarily realistic and proper they don't show up well on screen. If you're doing it on somebody, you can feel the technique, but the audience can only see it, and they can only read the pain from the person you're doing it on.
Jonathan Eusebio is the fight coordinator, and he's been training Keanu and Adrian and Michael and everyone else who has a fight on
Did a
this show,
fantastic
and
job.
choreographing and teaching them the choreography and setting these fights up. He's such a good choreographer and performer. He's integral to the team. It's great having him here.
The next guy would be Carlos. Is that right? I say for me, last couple of years, I've been coordinating more than I have performing. So eventually, you want to kind of progress whatever the next phase of your career is.
He's really humble. He's definitely a martial artist. He kind of lives by that code, I guess, or that respect. He really looks up to Chad, and Chad relies on him quite a bit.
The lead villain sends out a hit squad basically to take Wick out.
We have some of the Russian hitmen going in to Keanu's house, and they're trying to capture him.
They go in there expecting it to be easy kill, and he's kind of waiting for them already. It's the first time in the film that we see what he's capable of.
Keanu outsmarts him, and he uses some of his gun skills and a little bit of gun fu.
He's trapping them. He'll take out a squad, like 2-3 guys, quietly in one side of the house, advance his way to the other side of the house, and then take on the rest. Eventually, all hell breaks loose, and the last remaining guys come in the house, and he just kind of go for broke style after that.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
It's a
And it's
lot
one
of
fight
work.
after another. My favorite's the Perkins fight. I think it's really cool. It's different.
He comes back, he's injured, and he's dealing with, basically, she's like the top hit woman in his kind of world.
Action!
She goes to kill him. It's basically a big drag-out brawl.
Perkins, how I let myself in. So hard. Maybe the hardest thing I've ever done. They really wanted to have her use all of her body weight, which is mainly jujitsu, you know, jumping on his back. She's kind of like a spider or snake, constantly moving around him.
I see
You
that.
can't get her off him, so she's just relentless. Adrian, as a woman, looks physically formidable. You know, she's tall, so she looks like physically like she can kind of hang.
Adrian came to us with some fight experience. She moves really well. She gets the choreography really quick, and she's tough and doesn't complain. So she fit in well with the Wick formula.
Renee Moneymaker, she's our femme fatale. She has some good stuff in this one. Anywhere between throwing yourself through the window or me and Keanu literally just back slamming her into a TV and the wall. She took some hard hits.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stunt guys losing their teeth, right?
No, not really.
No?
Surprising.
Only bumps and bruises. Hopefully I can keep that up.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Oh, I see.
Her and Keanu beat the hell out of each other for 2 days.
I mean, we're breaking shelves, breaking furniture. Just a lot of breaking going on in there.
Not as much as I wanted, but they smash up quite a bit of stuff.
I guess we can start
Not as
here.
much as I wanted.
No, it's not too bad.
A lot of clawing. It was really dirty, very realistic.
It was fun. It was a fun fight to do. There was some great
It was
jujitsu
good
in there,
news.
and it looked really cool.
We have to do something that's different. And I hope with John Wick, we've created a world that's different and we've like approached the project in a different way and it'll feel fresh and unique, and that's all you can hope for, I think.
I like doing this. The deep dives.
Yeah.
I do.
That was only 11 minutes of like a 58-minute video. So if you want us to react to a longer segment, just let us know and we'll react to the longer segment. I just wanted to get something out for John Wick behind the scenes, and eventually we're gonna react to the other 3 movies. I found out there's 3 movies more to John Wick, so we'll eventually get to those. We have a big list of movies. You guys gave us tons of movies. We'll get through them in time. Thank you.
I enjoy doing the behind the scenes because I can see how the movie is being made and the thought processes, the strategicness. I may use the wrong word, but the chemistry and understanding between the characters. You have to get on the same level, same understanding, same trust.
Yeah. There's like
to execute it beautifully.
There's like a story being told, but behind the scenes there's also a story. Like a more human story. This like workload that they have and like going through all the steps and processes to learn to be the best character they can to tell the best stories that they can. And I think that's very admirable to do. As someone who writes, I don't think I even would consider myself an amateur writer, but I write a lot, and that's kind of what I'm passionate about in life. But I very much appreciate the attention to detail to grow a character, to elevate a character into a great story, which is amazing. Thank you for watching Immersive Reactions.